All right, welcome in everybody. I'm running late, something that just don't happen. Wardrobe issues, I was telling Dalen before we came on. I mean, I got all these hats, they're all fresh. I got all these hoodies. I don't know what to do, man. When it comes to the Roll Hump Nation, they got the swag. Dalen, it's tough problems to have, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
Man, I'm good. Like I told you, man, excited to have you on. I'm seeing the Campbell swag in front of me, and I need to get that jacket next. I'm gonna
Yeah.
find everything I can get. But
Uh,
I'm excited starting the season with you guys. But before we get into all that, before we get your story, we gotta break the ice. And obviously the Super Bowl's coming up this Sunday. Before we even talk about the game, more important than the game is the food. What is the must-have food item at any Super Bowl party?
pizza and wings. I feel like that's the go-to every year.
What's your wing sauce? What's your go-to?
I like I like mild a lot, or like the buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I like the garlic parm too, but I mean that can leave your breath a little smelly.
See,
So
I used to be a sauce guy, but my favorite wings down in Baton Rouge, the Blue Chicken Store, dry, man. They're dry rub. It hits different, and we call them crack wings because you can't just eat like five or six. You gotta, I mean, you go in double digits. So,
yeah,
I like some dry, but here in Memphis, man, yeah, you go with any. The big one is lemon pepper. Here, people like that or I don't get into it, but they do the suicide hot stuff. Like you was talking about mild. I'm with you. Some of these folks around here in Memphis, they crazy, man. Too hot for me.
I can't do the really spicy. So like good in between is pretty good. Lemon pepper's all right. I
Would
don't
you go
really
on one of those shows where they eat all the levels of hot? Like my favorite was when
hot
Shaq
ones or
did it
something like
or
that.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, yeah. I'll probably tap out after the first 3 rounds or something like that.
Man, what I try to play it cool, like I was good, man. Next thing you know, I'll be crying. Mm.
Yeah. I'll need some milk or something
Hmm.
right after.
So we got the food, we got the game. Who you got winning?
Niners, easy.
See,
First
that's
of
who I
all,
want to win. That's who I want to win. But
yeah,
Dalen, this is Kansas City seems to win a lot. That's the problem.
I mean, yeah, I grew up a Niner fan. I'm from the East Coast, but my dad, I grew up watching them because he loved the Niners. But I'm tired of all the Taylor Swift, this, Taylor Swift, that. And I think that offense for the Niners is too good, along with the defense as well.
Yeah, I think the guy that it's going to come down to, everybody's going to be focusing on McCaffrey. I think Debo Samuel's got to have a monster game. I think he is, man, maybe one of the most underrated players in the game because everybody talks about Kittle and everybody talks about McCaffrey, and obviously people are talking about Purdy, whether it's for the good or the bad. But low-key, Debo Samuel kind of does a little bit of everything, whether you're talking about running back, receiver, or even blocking. So.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to have an impact, but I want the 49ers to win as well. It's just that I have no negativity towards the Chiefs. I just hate seeing the same team win, right? It don't matter what the sport is. It just gets, I mean, even when the Warriors like were winning in basketball, right? Like cool story after like two times, like go away.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So musician, man, who is your go-to musician right now? If you got to get in the right vibe.
Mm. Well, it's I don't know. That's tough because I can get a few different vibes like
All right,
chill
you going to
hype
hit BP
vibe,
right now.
hit BP. I'm probably turn on some Drake. The new
All right.
album, I just flip it on. Like the last three of his whatever he put out, just
All right,
shuffle
and
it.
then if you just going to like you said, you going on a drive, you just riding. What are you putting on?
Raw wave, easy, easy. He's
Solid.
he's he's in my top three for sure.
Well, both answers you gave are typical answers. Outside, we get the country folks, which me and Daniel we don't do country, so we be getting all these country artists, and we just kind of nod our head. The Morgan Wallens, the Luke Combs. We like,
I
yeah,
mean,
okay, whatever.
yeah, I mean that's cool. Like I wasn't really into country much
Me either.
before I got into college, but like the BP practice playlist that's around here in North Carolina, that's all it is. So I've got into some Morgan Wallen. He's pretty good.
Look, man, I like I said, I'm from Memphis. Like we grew up on 3 6 Mafia, plain and simple. And then we got some Justin Timberlake, like,
Mhm.
that's kind of where we're at. But country, country isn't my thing. I haven't really said this on the show. I'll just out myself. If I went to a country concert growing up, that's because I was trying to talk to girls, and that's plain and simple. That was that.
Uh-huh.
Do you know if you ever want to go to a country concert, and I don't know your situation, girls typically it's like 7-to-1 ratio. Get in trouble there. You didn't hear from me. All right. Favorite athlete to watch. We were just talking about the Niners. We were talking about Kansas City, but it don't got to be football. Any sport, they're on TV. They're the athlete you want to watch.
King James, LeBron,
Oh,
yo,
no, he's not. Jordan is. We started
that's,
on Jordan,
that's
but
my that's my favorite athlete. Me and my dad have this debate every few months, and it just never ends. But that's my goat. That's
well,
my
I have a personal problem with him now because my favorite athlete played with him and he made his life hell, and that is Russell Westbrook. So, and my
yeah.
man is happier than ever now. And the other team were LA, but I watched LeBron and the Lakers come to town in Memphis 3 different times with Russ. I ain't never seen him so unhappy. So, LeBron ain't it. Plus, Space Jam 2 suck.
Yeah, you can't never top the first of anything. First movie, first whatever it is, you just can't beat it.
Yeah, no, it actually wasn't all that bad. I think a lot of people made jokes, but my son, uh, that's what really matters. Like, so right, my son's 11. He loves both of them, and he loves them both for different, ways. They have their own thing, and ultimately, that's the goal of Space Jam, right? It's like the kids, the imagination, basketball meets Looney Tunes, and
Mhm.
so, and LeBron made his money off of it, and I think he's a billionaire now. I'm pretty confident.
Yeah,
Anyway, so he keep doing you. Hey, as much as I may want to hate on him, he's built his brand to a level that only Jordan has done, and he's got his money and he's set up for life. So, and then he's out there balling at the same age as me. Right now, you won't catch me anywhere near a basketball court. So,
yeah, he's been doing it for a while.
but with that, man, let's get into your story. You talk about being from the East Coast. Where exactly are you from?
I am from grew up in Dunn, North Carolina. Um, it's about 20 minutes from Fayetteville. You ever heard that? We got Fort Bragg,
Mm-hmm.
now also known as Fort Liberty. But now I live in Bunlow, North Carolina, about 10 minutes out from Dunn. But let's see, it's about 35, 40 minutes from Raleigh,
So
NC
even
State.
if I don't know the areas, I'll tell you this. When I was in the military, I met a lot of different guys from a lot of different places in North Carolina. I never meet one that didn't like being from North Carolina. I've never met anybody that said,
Yeah,
they didn't like North Carolina growing up. So it made me feel good about the state as a whole.
right. Yeah, I mean, North Carolina has everything. You got beaches, mountains, you get some cold weather, you can get really hot weather. You can do about anything. Hunt, fish, play baseball. We got good baseball here. Good
Y'all got a
basketball.
lot of good baseball there.
Got good bat. They call it the hoop state, but
So that's a question I
that's
got for you.
that's debatable too.
Yeah, well, obviously, I know obviously Duke, North Carolina, all that, but on the baseball part of things, let me ask you, like, so here in this area, a lot of kids grow up wanting to be, basketball players. You got the Grizzlies, the Tigers, all that. With all the college baseball teams that are around there, is there a lot of kids that, growing up playing baseball heavy there?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I can't speak for anyone, a lot of other people, but I know the people around me. We grew up playing baseball with all my close buddies from we were 4 years old, uh, watching college baseball on TV. I mean, you got Carolina, Duke, ECU, State, a lot of good teams around here. So I mean, that's always something we look as like an achievement or goal we want to do one day. So I mean, yeah, I think it's really big around here.
So North Carolina and Duke did just play each other in basketball. Which side of that line you on?
I'm on the right side, the lighter side of blue. But that's just basketball. When it's baseball, want to beat those guys. But
Yeah, no, but the basketball rivalry has been huge since I was a little kid, man. I love it. A lot of the players that you see go through the NBA came from there. So just a really good historic rivalry that just continues today. But um let's talk about your family for a second, man. What's it look like? We got mom, dad, we got brothers, sisters. What's it look like growing up?
Yeah, come from a very hardworking family. Live with my mom, dad, my little brother. Uh, little brother's Cole. He's 50, just turned 15, what, 3 days ago? And he's a freshman in high school.
He an
Parents,
athlete?
yeah, he plays football, basketball, and baseball. But I think he's best at football. To be honest,
Is he gonna be a better overall athlete than his big brother?
no, nope,
Not a chance.
not a chance. But maybe one day he can get close. But we always pick and fight. He's never beat me 1-on-1 in basketball, and the day he can do that is the day I think he can, have a little say in something.
I thought you was gonna say it's gonna be the day you quit basketball.
Oh no, never that, never that.
He beat you, you was gonna be done. That's the time to retire. We'll see, man. A lot of times that they catch up to you, but as long as you don't ever let him win, that's your job as a big brother. Don't ever make it easy. Continue to make him work his whole life and earn it.
Yeah, for sure. Never my I mean, we be out there in the yard playing. My mom say, "Oh, take it easy. Don't do him like that." My dad's over there just smiling, like, "Go ahead, do it to him."
So when it came to your influence in sports, when you were a kid, was it your dad? Was it somebody else? Maybe in the family, a coach. Who inspired you as an athlete when you were younger?
um, yeah, I would probably say my dad. Um, he played some sports growing up, and just being involved, being good parents. My parents, you know, put me into those programs to, stay out of trouble or just have something to do, have fun. And I just fell in love with it.
Yeah, so I've seen that you obviously play travel ball, which is one of those things that will definitely take up a lot of your time, keep you out of trouble, obviously make you a better baseball player. For those that don't know, who'd you play travel ball for?
I played for the Dirtbags.
Man, I love that name, and that's exactly why I wanted you to say it.
Yeah.
Oh man, for North Carolina travel ball, I know what the scene looks like around here, man. You go all around the country. For y'all, is it with North Carolina being stacked so heavy? Is it one of those things you kind of just stayed in North Carolina, or did you go out of state?
Oh, yeah, we went out of state plenty of times. Like what's it called? WWBA, the Perfect Game stuff. That's in Florida. Got stuff in Georgia. As a main
Georgia's man, where it's at. East Cobb. Whew.
East Cobb, and what's the other one? Lake Point, the big
Mhm.
one. Uh, but yeah, it's a lot of good travel organizations in North Carolina. You got like Dirtbags, South Charlotte Panthers. You got, well, I don't know if it's based out of North Carolina, but you got the Canes. A lot of North Carolina guys play with the
We got
Canes.
a lot of guys that come on this show that play with the
Yeah,
Canes. Yeah, they definitely got some bragging rights with guys that they've brought up through their system, no doubt. But I'd pick the Dirtbags just on name alone. I don't know what your colors look like, but if the colors are right too, they definitely have me. Right now,
it's
you pick
yeah.
the school with the right colors. We've already talked about that. But what about high school? Where'd you go to high school at?
I went to Triton High School in Earl, and it's about literally 10 minutes from Campbell. So I'm from around here. I grew up here my whole life.
All right, so that's going to make the next question easy. I was going to ask when it came to the recruiting process, who were the schools you were considering, but it sounds like, you knew where you were going all along.
Well, I talked to a few in-state schools, uh, and it was no, I wouldn't say it was slow at first, but we got this thing called, it was at the time it was called Powerade State Games. Now it's Body Armor or whatever. Like a lot of good talent in the area from high schools, like get together and play. Colleges come out and watch. And first day I popped off, played pretty well. Started talking to some coaches, and I always knew about Campbell. Coach Hare reached out. We got to talking. T. Rob, our old pitching coach, started having some conversations with him, and just talking to them and their philosophy on like the game and development. It was everything I wanted in a program, and it was right before like the COVID and stuff, so I couldn't have my official visit. Came on an unofficial. My uncle was a football coach here, so uh, they left everything open for me. I don't know if I can even say this. I don't know, but
I'll edit it out just in case.
uh, but yeah, I think just first of all, the distance I was from home, like my parents done a lot for me, sacrificed a lot. So I want to be close to them. I can probably count on one, two hands how many games my dad has missed in my whole entire life. And you know, scholarship wise, it was all right. And then just top notch facilities to improve my game.
Yeah, no doubt. And my favorite question to ask, with guys like yourselves that end up going to the school that you grow up watching, when you get there and, you're putting on whether it's, the practice jersey or when you actually step out there for the game, what are those emotions like when, you grew up watching them and man, now you're on that team? Like it's so surreal. Like, talk about what that's like.
It's one of the best feelings in the world. Even though it's a mid-major university, like I consider us one of the top teams in the country. And just looking up in the stands, see a lot of people I know, hometown people. People hit me up for tickets, want to come out and watch. Little kids that, you know, my little brother's age coming to games and showing out, showing support. It's just a great feeling. Try to make the city proud. It's always good.
Yeah, no doubt. And yeah, that's cool because you, like you said, the people that, you grew up supporting you because guys that go far away from home, it ain't even just like basic people, but sometimes their family. We've talked to some where, it's hard for mom and dad to get to the game because they across the country and it's steep to make that trip, every weekend to come watch you play. So it's nice that everybody who's, a part of your life is able to just make that drive down the road and come see you and support you.
Mhm. Yeah, and it's nice too, because like, our in-state midweeks or even some weekend series, like it's not that far of a drive. My parents should come up or do whatever and show their support as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I was looking at in regards to my travel this season. That's the beauty of what you're talking about in North Carolina. I was like, man, you could just go bang, 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 just driving down the state to all these places. And that's what it's like for a lot of the teams that y'all play. That's why y'all have and the midweek schedule y'all do, right? Like y'all get to play all the big teams because it's set up just perfectly between all those North Carolina schools. And, for Campbell, what an opportunity this year. I think it's 7. I think y'all got 7 based upon the preseason rankings. Y'all got 7 midweek games against ranked teams. So
Mhm.
amazing opportunity for you guys to take those on, and we'll get to that in a minute. We got to start obviously, your freshman year. You appear in 26 games, you get 10 starts, slash 217, 327, 283, but only 46 at bats. With only 46 at bats, talk about what you learned and also talk about, what Campbell's teaching you. Because if there's anything that anybody knows about Campbell baseball, is that y'all can rake. And so I know that from, those limited experience, what you were able to take from the coaching staff and from the other guys on the team.
Yeah, my freshman year was a big learning year for me. A lot of the older guys on the team, them being there really helped me. Coming in as a freshman, I learned so much about the game of baseball I did not even know about before. Playing behind some good players and just making the most of what whatever time I got. I think that really taught me a lot in the game of baseball, not even just baseball, but like in life too. Like when life gives you lemons, like do what you got to do. So it's not always gonna be like come in, start right away. Like it's not always that for some people, but it was just good for me to learn and grow and develop as a player and just soak it all in.
Yeah, no doubt. And you make the most of your opportunities when you get in there. And I love the learning curve, freshmen guys talking about what they're able to take in, and you see it in the freshman to sophomore jump because it obviously happens with you. Before we talk about that, though, I do want to know in that freshman season, with what you got to play, and it may have been maybe when you didn't have a significant impact, you weren't playing as much, but freshman season, what was your favorite like series to be a part of?
Let's see. Favorite series. I'll probably say Maryland. Maryland, that was my favorite. I got thrown into the fire. That was my some of my first starts of the year. Uh, Played center field. I believe I got my first hit then. No,
Mhm.
first hit was against ECU maybe. So that was a big
Yeah, no,
time.
I seen your first hit was against ECU. You know, you talk about getting put in center field. I got to ask. I seen you basically can play anywhere on the field, huh?
Yeah, pretty
So
versatile.
coach, yeah, coach tells you, hey, you'll go. It don't matter. He'll tell you to go pitch. You jump out there.
Yeah, I'll do it if you need me to. Anything to win a ball game.
I heard that. Well, let's talk about that jump, man, because you made a serious jump. Last year you appeared in 35 games. You slashed 328, 429, 391. Really became a big part of the lineup, including what we were talking about position wise, man. Ended up taking over first base in the biggest part of the season. But let's talk about that jump, man. 217 to 328. I mean, that's a massive jump. So talk about what was working for you. Was it just overall experience, getting that work in through the summer, the fall? You know, what was it?
I think really trusting my work. Yeah, I put a lot of work in. Win the summer ball in between those 2 years and got at bats I needed. And I think that just helped me a lot too. And also, yeah, the experience part. Just I was used to it then. So when the time came, it wasn't really that much of a shock to me. So I just felt more comfortable.
Yeah, and feeling comfortable, you managed to walk it off against Butler. What's it like being in front of that crowd in Buies Creek and being able to walk it off?
That was a good feeling, man. It was I don't know, that game was weird, really weird game, but hey, I don't know. I wanted the moment, got in the box, did what I had to do. So I don't know. It was just a good feeling.
Guys always say the walk off is like a blackout moment, like you hit it and then you don't even remember what happened afterwards.
I remember I hit it and I threw the bat and I was running like down the line and our first base coach is yelling, touch the bag, touch the bag. Because like, I mean, have you seen, I don't know if you've seen like those walk-off homers and they're just tweaking out and
Mhm.
they only touch the plate. It wasn't anything like that, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, like
Yeah,
a
it'd be a
really,
shame if you didn't make it to the bag, turn around and hit it for the
yeah.
for the dog pile.
Like, and then everybody running out with water, grabbing me. I
They
was
rip
so,
your jersey off.
nah, they didn't rip it off, but it was untucked for sure. But it was a great feeling.
Yeah, no doubt. I imagine so. Doing things like that in front of the home crowd, amazing feeling. Um, so let's talk about something that's not a good feeling, man. I was outraged last year when y'all were not a national host. For you guys, for you, we obviously talked a little bit to Cade Keeler about it. How upset were you that y'all weren't hosting with as well as y'all played last year?
I was pretty upset. We were all pretty upset, but I mean, so what? Whatever. Like that's kind of the mentality we have. Like we call ourselves nobodies, like
Hmm.
slept on, overlooked all the time. So of course we didn't get the host, but I mean, we thought, hey, let's go win it somewhere else. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I mean, that's just our take on it.
Well, the reason why I say it is, obviously, to be the best team, you have to win anywhere, and I get that, but like if you look at where you get sent to, right? We interview dudes from like, well, we had like 62 schools now, and I'll tell you right now, universally, Founders Park is considered a top five stadium
Mhm.
environment. So, I mean, you're not only not at home, but you get somewhere that is a top five place to or hard place to play. So that's not ideal, and I don't think that y'all deserve that. And so, yeah, you have to beat them there if you want to be the best team. But I just felt like y'all should have been done better. But nonetheless, y'all do go there. Y'all take care of Central Connecticut. Y'all do take care of NC State. Obviously make it competitive. You come up short. I'm not a big silver lining guy, but you have to feel good about the fact that you did beat the other two teams and you did make South Carolina work for it. So how did you feel after it was all said and done?
Um, it was all said and done. I of course I was disappointed, hate losing, but I think it was good for us, like good for the program. Uh, Another regional final under our belt. Great against a great ball club. So I think it was just a good learning experience for us. Just more reason for people to, take notice and see what we're doing here in the Creek.
Yeah, and so you have one of the best coaches in the country. Everybody knows that. What is Coach Hare's message, afterward to you guys that are coming back? Like you said, another one on your belt, but hey, it's time we make that next step because we know you guys got the talent. I mean, y'all manufacture runs as good as anybody in the country.
Right. Uh, he says it all the time. Just come in each and every day, punch the time clock, trust the work, and it'll happen. We'll break through. That's basically what he said. Like, been slept on, doubted, didn't get the host, coming here against one of the top teams, get to the regional final. I mean, what more can you ask? Like, came up short, but hey, did what we had to do.
Well, y'all got bulletin board material this year because I'm going to tell you, outside of me, they're not giving y'all no respect. Y'all ain't in nobody's top 25. 11.7 decided to really backhand y'all and not even put y'all in the tournament. So did Baseball America. So, hey, man, y'all take that and put that chip on your shoulder and let them know because I'm betting on you. And so let's talk about it. Outside of you and Lawson Harrell, because everybody knows him, like talk to me about some of the bats that people are sleeping on that they're gonna see come this season.
Let's see. We kind of we rebuilt a good bit, but we got I'm starting the infield. Let's go Chandler Riley, returning bat, played third for us last year. Trent Harris, Youngstown State transfer, Braden O'Shaughnessy. He can really ball. 5th-year guy, a lot of experience. In outfield, me, Law, Max Weller, Peyton Bonds, freshman, Peyton Howard. He's a 4th-year guy. Joe Simpson,
So
Grant
you
Nip.
think y'all will be putting up runs just like normal, man? Just but new faces, but doing the same old thing.
Yeah, that's Campbell baseball. We gonna knock the ball around the yard. So I don't think that's gonna change anything.
All right. Well, talk to me about the pitching staff. I'm a little disappointed. I'm coming all the way out there, and Chance ain't even gonna be pitching because he gonna get himself hurt. So talk to me about these other pitchers I'm gonna be coming in and seeing.
Yeah, that's tough for Chance. Hate that for him, but he'll be back stronger than ever. But we got JUCO transfer Friday guy Derek Vartanian. He's a dog, man. Another guy from JUCO, Zach Sabers, freshman Cooper Clark, really good arm. So it's got out of Penn, we got Jackson Roberts. Jeremy Wiegman threw a lot for us last year. Cole Peschel, Packy Bradley Cooney. Who else we got? Got some Simon Bargo, another good freshman. So let's see lefties. We got Will Palmer, Jake Murray. He
Who would
was.
you say? Who would you say this fall you had the most trouble against? Who had your number?
Let's see.
He's like nobody.
Nah. I'm not gonna be like that. Toughest guy to face this fall. I'll say probably Packy Bradley Cooney. Electric fastball, and his slider is, I don't know. It's crazy. It's different. And I don't know. That's just
I got you. All right. So last thing, and we'll get into the game, man. Obviously, like I said, I'm gonna be there, but UCSB, obviously a team that a lot of people are high on. But I've talked to you guys, I've talked to your coach. Man, bring them on. Yeah, ain't nobody even worried about the number that's in front of their name. So, man, how excited are you though? Like, it's a chance to really display what we're talking about, right? They're sleeping on you. You got a team out the gate that's ranked, and they're coming to your house. So a chance to show the home faithful just how good y'all are and the entire nation by hopefully taking care of them on your turf.
right. We're really excited, ready to get this new year started. But like you said, that number in front of the name doesn't mean a thing. Same as last year when we got to what 9 in the country. We get teams' best shot each and every day, and teams gonna get our best shot each and every day. So at the end of the day, like those numbers, the rankings, all these people that put out these lists, I mean, in between those white lines doesn't mean a thing to me. So I don't know about anyone else, but I think
Yeah.
that's just the mentality we all have. So we just out here to ball, you know.
Yeah, especially coming into the start of the season, those numbers really mean nothing because nobody's done anything to earn anything. It's all even playing field. But
Mm-hmm.
man, with that, I'm excited to see you get to start the season. Usually, I tell guys I see them on down the road, but man, starting with you guys. But let's play a game. This or that is brought to you by Chinook Seedery. Normally, I also have to ask guys if they've had Chinook, but I know with you personally because it came from me, you have. So with that, I got to know what has been your favorite flavor of seed.
Dill pickle,
Oh,
100%.
that's gross, man. Come on. For
That
real?
that's out. That's my favorite.
Oh man. You know what? Somebody's got to like it. You and Ty Floyd from LSU about the only ones I know though.
I I really dig it.
Have you tried mixing flavors? That's my question.
Say it again.
Have you tried mixing flavors?
No, I haven't.
All
Which one
right.
you
So I
mix?
got one for you. Mix. We do it every week. We're trying new ones, but right now the highest rated one is Smokehouse Barbecue and Cinnamon Toast, and it's called the Smoke and Toast.
Okay.
Anyway, we gave it a 9. It's the highest one. Another popular one, once again, Smokehouse, but with Hatch Chile, and it's called the Bougie Cowboy. Anyway, but we've tried mixing the dill pickle with some. The problem is the pickle overtakes whatever flavor we mix it with. So if you're a dill pickle guy like yourself, you're almost just better off just rolling with it.
Yeah.
But let's get into the game. But I'm glad to know, hey, they clearly make that flavor for somebody. There's a seed for everybody out there. There's 8 flavors mild to wild, and so if dill pickle's your thing, Dalen understands.
Yeah.
All right, chicken or beef tacos?
I'll go beef.
Rare answer, man. A lot of people be saying chicken these days. I'm a traditional guy like you, man. Bring me the beef. Liquid soap or bar soap?
Liquid.
You know, liquid soap don't actually clean your hands all the way, right? I'm
You
just kidding.
talking
I tell everybody. I'm just kidding. Before you get, I tell everybody that just messing with them. All right, the orange or the black uniforms?
black.
Man, it's tough for me. Oh, I love both of them so much, but I think at the end of the day, because I'm a little bit on the heavier side these days, black looks slim and bring it. Give it to me. Um, Costume party or pool party?
Pool party.
Yeah. If you were to go to a costume party though this weekend, what would you dress up as?
Mm, I don't know. This past Halloween, I was me and my roommate were nurse assistants or something. Like with the what's the little cap, the little
Yeah,
nurse cap, like a teal suit or something like that. It was last minute. We had somewhere to go and we went to Spirit Halloween or something, picked it
there
up.
you go. First thing you seen, just grab
But
it.
yeah, I'll probably wear that.
There you go. All right. Would you rather be lost in a jungle or trapped in a haunted house?
Jungle, jungle, 100%. I don't even watch scary movies.
Bro, you realize though, in the jungle, like the tigers are out at night, the giant snakes, like the stuff you see in the movies, it's real.
I don't know. I probably find something to defend myself with.
It's one of those questions that we say there's no good answer because either way you're
Yeah,
screwed.
right. Yeah.
All right. But on a good question where there is no wrong answer because both are good, would you rather have a private yacht or a private jet?
That's a good one. Probably yacht. I'll go yacht.
Me too. I'm not in a hurry, man, if I'm out there on the water. I'll just be chilling. But here comes the money question. This is going to tell us everything about you. Would you rather be the #1 overall pick? And with that, basically almost $10 million signing bonus or win a national championship.
Oh, why? Mm. I don't want to be selfish, but
We
$10
we
million
we
for
have
me.
we've had 4 or 5 people that have been bold enough to be selfish. Usually everybody goes with the team answer, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I really like when people are honest. And I'm gonna tell you honestly, I would take the money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Yeah, now the problem is, see, I was always a money guy, and then Paul Skeens came on here after he was the number one pick and got the $10 million and told me that he would give it back and keep his national championship and all the memories that came along with it. And I was like, oof. And then to further it, Trey Lipscomb came on here and said, would you rather have $10 million for your podcast? I said, $10 million. He said, no. He said, think about it. All the memories and stuff we talk about in the national championship. He said, you and your son for the last 3 years been all over the country, all the things. You've been to Omaha 3 straight years. He said, take all that away. I was like, see, that's why I asked the questions, man. Why are you flipping it on me? So he
Yeah,
messed
that's
up.
the thing though. Like 10 mil is a lot of money, but I mean, national championship in Buies Creek, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you and your boys that you grinded through the summer, the fall, the winter, obviously through the whole season. You play obviously probably if you're going to a national championship, you probably playing some postseason games like you said in Buies Creek, ultimately in Omaha, which is the greatest show on dirt. Yeah, I mean it's a ride. I know, like I said, I've been there the last 3 years, and we knew all the guys from the teams. They were three of the teams that we covered the most. You know, being LSU, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State, and seeing those guys and how much fun they had, you really can't put a price on it. But also, I'm not mad at anybody who wants to take $10 million because it's a lot of damn money. But you good either way. Hey, I'm taking it as a money answer. We need you for the statistics. We got like 6 people now. But with that, man, you got anything you want to plug or promote?
um I'll plug myself. Dalen Thompson, uh Instagram handle Dalen Tomp. I don't know. Shout
That's,
out.
hey, yeah, hey, that's a plug within stuff. Usually with plug, man, it's if you got NIL deals or if you got family members or nonprofits that you want to do, but hey, like you said, Dalen Tom just cut the SON off the end of there. Campbell's
Yeah,
BSB on Instagram.
sir.
Leave my man alone on Twitter. Look, you Twitter hounds, stay away from him. All right, y'all mess with
That's
me,
my
I'll take
full
it.
name though. Dalen Thompson on Twitter.
I'm just trying to tell them to not even know you on Twitter. Twitter's wild, man. It ain't a
Yeah.
safe place anymore. But
Yeah.
man, we thank you for coming on. Like I said, man, the Roll Humps Nation is just it's special, man. I love your fan base, and they want us to have as many of you guys on as we can. And so, man, we love having you. And like I said, I'll see you in just a week.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me. And I also
Uh,
want to say thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate it.
man, no problem. And with that, that's Dalen Thompson, everybody. If you like hearing his story or you just like hearing average Joes talk X's and O's, please like and share the podcast on Facebook. Retweet us on Twitter. Listen and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. As always, comments, hugs, love, feedback, all that good stuff is welcome. We will see everyone back tomorrow night. We will have Daniel Ball back in the building, episode 23 with Peyton Stovall at Arkansas Baseball. But in the meantime, remember, strong bodies, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.